up, Whatty Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's hashtag anime nerdigan review is going to be for Fukumenkei Noise, aka Anonymous Noise, Season 1, Episode 5, titled I Wouldn't Have Had to See You Smile Like That. Now, before I get to today's review, first of all, sorry this wasn't up yesterday. It should have been up yesterday, but at least the review is done. And also, let me just briefly cover how I do my reviews because they're a little bit different than your average anime tubers. So basically, while I'm watching the episode of the anime, I have the corresponding manga chapter in front of me because this is supposed to be a manga to anime adaptation, so I expect it to be such. And if it isn't matching panel for panel, frame for frame, sometimes it's good, most of the time it's bad, I will call it out. The main thing I won't call out too much unless I absolutely have to are word changes, because if it was word changes we would be here for hours alone, but but if the writing is really bad like it has been lately, I will definitely say something, and if the context of the dialogue in the anime is different from what the manga originally intended, I will definitely call that out. So anyway, without further ado, let's get to this review. So oh my god, this episode has made me so freaking happy. Like, where have you been, Fukumenkei Noise? Where has this been? So, the start of this episode... That's my man's. He said that maybe it was getting over 9,000 t-shirts. But, the start of the episode ended at the end of, started at the end of chapter, 9 of the manga, and it was that last part that I was so happy that it was there. It had the little inner monologue that Yuzu had at the end of the chapter. I'm so glad that was there because I was worried they were just gonna do what they usually do, or what they've been doing, and just skip the end of the monologues at the end of the chapters, but they didn't, and I'm so happy. I would have been fine if they would have did the opening song here before going into chapter 10. That's like my only complaint with how they transitioned it, but other than that, the transition was pretty smooth, and I like that they had the timestamp for the 3 years ago. The only thing before the opening song that besides, you know, not having the opening song after the end of chapter 9, that bothered me was the joke, kind of the pun that Sakaki was supposed to say, or what Momo was supposed to say, it got screwed up. He said like jam genre. It was supposed to be gen genre, and that kind of got a little screwed up in the anime. But other than that, like, this has just been like perfect. And the one other thing I gotta say is I like the added dialogue that they put there was that they were asking Momo if, you know, he was writing for someone else, and he said that, you know, he's never going to see that girl again. I thought that was good. I like that they added that dialogue in there as well. Okay, and this part was completely skipped from there, and I wouldn't have minded if they would have shown this part too as well, if they were going to go that route and finish the scene, and like seriously finish the goddamn scene before going to the opening, which was this was skipped. Tsukika-san obtained my parents' and school's consent as well as permissions from the Labor Standards Act. Overcoming opposition from the company, I began to compose. The single was a hit and Baby was saved, but it was never enough. I have to keep writing more. And then there's like the Momo, even more, Momo, gasp, Nino. Using your voice as a marker, it'll be great if we can meet again. I used to write all those songs just so that Nino could sing them someday, day after day, never stopping in my tracks. However, being in exchange for cash, I can no longer remember how I used to write songs just for Nino. That's why I never want to meet her again. Nino, you're the only one that I can't bear to show my present self to. Like, if they would have finished the scene, I got a feeling they might show this scene later on, but if they don't, just in case, because I'm watching this while I'm recording, I really wish they would have finished the scene, because it would have been really emotional, and it would have gotten you to like feel sorry for Momo, because right now everyone's like on Team Yuzu. So instead we just go straight into like Nino's recording, and that's one thing I really love about this anime, is that we get to actually hear the music. I gotta say, I really like the little bits of added dialogue they put in the scene with everybody, and adds to the comedy, and that's like a first for at least this anime, where the added dialogue is actually making it more funny, and the facial expressions are there, and like, this is, oh my god, this is the episode I have been waiting for. Like, if Fukumenkei Noise can just do this for the rest of the season, I think I will be extremely happy. I almost forgot the little comments have been getting skipped. I almost forgot the one earlier on that was skipped. Where was it? This was back in the, this was earlier in the episode during the flashback, which was, you definitely can't be a singer, though. That was skipped. And this part was skipped when Alice was saying to Yuzu, the padding's really thick, Yuzu, do you like big breasts? And the little comments that were skipped was, it's too big, that's Yana's interest. But this is so, like, this scene has just been making me laugh, and this is what it's supposed to be doing, and I'm actually liking it, minus that those little comments that are skipped. I'm actually liking this more in the anime than in the manga, which is a plus. So good job, Fukumenkei Noise, you are doing your job. I really like this comment that Alice says that's not in the manga. It's just great. She says, maybe that's why you like milk. It comes from the cow's teeth after all. I can't believe she said that. That was so great. Oh, I take it back. The Yana comment was there. It was just the big, that's too big being there. But the bucket teeth comment was so great, and the facial expressions were so perfect. It just, I love this. I had a feeling this was going to happen. I don't like that this scene is here. About, you know, Mio and talking about Momo and stuff like that. This should have been in the last episode. Why is this here? I don't like that this is here. This should have been in last episode. Anime, you were doing so well. Why did you put this here? You should have had this last episode. But I guess I shouldn't complain too much, because at least the content is actually here that was skipped and you're retconning, but god damn it. Okay, here's the thing. Like, yes, I'm happy we got that convo from last episode, but this is kind of what was supposed to be here as well, and it was completely skipped. It's amazing. And this was Alice's inner monologue. This was after it'll suck if Alice ends up being taller than you, and that was from Yana. It's amazing being able to debut, practice vocal training, signing a contract with the office, being able to sing as Alice, and then it was supposed to go into the finally tomorrow's the 29th, huh? Which, by the way, May 29th is my birthday, so this makes it even more awesome. But I'm curious, especially what you manga fans thought of it. Like, I don't think the conversation worked really well flow-wise. It really didn't. It should have been in last episode. I'm still pissed it wasn't in last episode. But I think that's the only thing that's going to piss me off about this episode was that fucking conversation. But I'm really happy otherwise with this episode. Then I'll make a move first day. Then I'll make a move first. Good day was skipped. But this scene with Yuzu and Alice was goddamn perfect. I'm so happy. The facial expressions were perfect and everything. Like, oh, Fukumenkei Noise. Like, why does inserting, even though the only right side of inserting the combo that should have been last episode in was that it was canon, so at least it wasn't bullshit filler. I do like that little extra bit in the inner monologue that they put in. I thought that was really good. But including, you know, like the flashback back to Momo. So I'm glad that they did that. That was a little nice touch. The scene that I mentioned earlier in the review that was skipped, I kind of it was supposed to be an inner monologue or whatever, but I actually like how they did it with Momo scene here. I really did. I think this was the wrong spot for it, yes. And I like that we actually got to see Momo's past as well and what happened, because we didn't get to see that in the manga. So I like that, but I think the placement of it was wrong. It should have been a little bit earlier on in the episode. But other than that, I really do like this a lot more than what, you know, the manga gave us. But again, I just kind of wish it was a little bit earlier in this episode, and then I would have been very, very happy with it. And what makes this filler even better is we get a call from his mother. And this is why I wish we would have had it at the end of Momo waking up from like the flashback or whatever. Because we get the call from, Momo's mom asking for more money. And that would have made so much more sense if it was there. But maybe it's just me. But let me know if you nerdigans agree with me or not. Because remember, at the end of as I said earlier, the end of that inner monologue was, I don't want, you're the only person, or you're the only one I can't bear to show my present self to. And that was like that final line, and after, the phone call with his mother. This was just, I really loved how they adapted this. This was really nice, but it was just in the wrong part of the episode. This should have been earlier. And oh God, I really like this content you're giving us, anime, but at least put it in the right order so it works with the actual flow. This part was skipped, which was Kiryu will only be sitting out for Arisugawa-san's turn. That was skipped. This is like, I think this is the only dialogue that has been really skipped. Yes, I said all that inner monologue stuff was skipped, but instead of what they did, they adapted it into a really nice scene. So I will take back what I said on that. This scene was going so freaking well. Anime, you've been doing so well, but you skipped dialogue here. With the judges whispering, she's singing the whole song. It's kind of amazing, huh? This kid is interesting in a way. That part was skipped. But, I swear, this is like, minus like the few teeny things that have been really screwed up in this episode, feels like the episode I've been waiting for Fukumenkei Noise. I swear to God. Oh my God. Like, this anime was doing so well. And the only thing that I really have to complain in regards to, like, after Momo ran out on, Nino running out was when, Yuzu's inner monologue got skipped. It was supposed to be, saying all that, I'm glad we're close crap. Even when we're hugging each other like this. She's still so far away from me. I wish that was there. Otherwise, this whole thing has been perfect. And then, even though was skipped as well. Also, good job everyone was skipped. And all right, let's go for a drink was skipped. And that's going into the next scene when they decided what they're going to do. The last part of Momo's inner monologue was skipped, which was no matter where we are, still so clumsy, was skipped. And also the, what was it? The two of us from 6 years ago haven't changed at all. That was skipped. But other than that, we are doing, this has been a really great episode to watch. Fukumenkei Noise has given me the feels. It really has. I'm very happy with that. But I just think the scene that just pissed me off was that little part. And they didn't even fit, and the thing is, if you go look at chapter 9, they didn't include all of it, and they also kind of screwed it up a little bit too, because that was when Nino wasn't sure she was going to audition still, so it's like, that scene just shouldn't have been in this episode. If that scene wasn't in this episode, I would have been like, this is the best episode of Fukumenkei Noise. Well, this still is the best episode of Fukumenkei Noise this season. This is just so fucking perfect. It really is. For the most, except for that little fucking thing. It's, This is why I love this anime, is because we don't get to hear what the music sounds like, and this Canary's freaking awesome, and it is, I swear, this manga is coming to life. It really is. But this part was skipped from Momo's inner monologue. It's Nino's voice. Why? What is this? Or why was skipped? I'm sorry. It's different from the welcome party. And this is almost like a monster was there. But this performance is just so freaking beautiful. I love it. I fucking love this. This is just, this is what I wanted. Something that I really liked that this episode did is one that I mainly, at the end of the episode that it used the inner monologue from Yuzu. That's at the end of the chapter to end it, and I thought that was so freaking perfect. This episode is definitely my favorite of Fukumenkei Noi's like manga to anime adaptation wise. This chapter really, chapters 10 and the part of 11 that we did get to see really came to life. I really enjoyed it. I'm curious what you Nerdicans thought of this episode. I'm really excited for next week. I really, really am. I can't wait to see what they do. I can't wait to see what again, I really love how they did Momo's past, because we didn't really get to see all that in the manga. So that was a really good plus. And just the only thing that I didn't like was the little additional Mio stuff. That shouldn't have been there. Other than that, 2 thumbs up for me. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdicans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdicans Inc. expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to the Nerdicans Inc. PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdicans Inc. Amazon wishlist. All those links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter. Follow my Twitch channel and friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!